the morning show. We're on there at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, you're on the panel this evening as the one and only Bridgeman and young Port Bear. Evening, gents.
Evening, Ox. How we doing, mate? Evening, Bridge.
Can I say a big good evening to you guys in the panel? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How are you doing, old mucker?
Absolutely brilliant, pal. A great holiday. Thank you very much for all your thoughts and so on and so forth. And well, it's over and done with, innit?
You get me my usual?
Of course. Aye, right. I landed in Monday night. It was absolutely freezing. What a shock to the system.
You still have that Hawaiian shirt in your shorts?
Oh, aye. And it was open to the, I had this big Jaco and I was all wrapped up. No, a shocker. I know. No, a great holiday, smashing time, smashing break.
Brilliant.
The wife missed it.
So I was down at the coast there, I was looking at this big jar of humbugs and one of the big dummy tits. And I can't remember, one's for JFK and one's for Fox, but I don't know which is which. I don't know which.
Shocker. What a shocker, I'll tell you. Can I just say, by the way, I watched the boys at the Wrexham game.
Yes.
Watched that today, catch up, and I can I just say, big hats off to the guy that bought the Bears that went, including our boys. Absolutely amazing, outstanding stuff. Was it over 5,000 there? Unbelievable.
Big crowd for a youth game, wasn't it?
Just great. just brilliant. Seriously, the young lads, and they won 2-0. Wow. Did they get drawn today? Was the draw not today for the next round?
We drew Inverness away, mate.
Inverness away. Oh well, there'll be less people there then, eh? My goodness. Look, we got a handful there.
I don't think it's paid to February or something, mate.
Yeah, great experience for the boys, but lads, great experience for the boys.
There's only one thing that worries me. Unless we're going to one of these teams is going to take over our first team, that unfortunately we're going to miss out on some of these youngsters because they're not all going to make it, and it looks as if there's some smashing players there,
Right, definitely.
I think the lad young Coombs, maybe next year he can maybe start to step up a bit. But Jonas, I'm quite sure he could step into the team.
I think you're talking about Coombs is 16, but Jonas 21.
I'm saying that it'll be next year before he's even thought of in that sense. But Jonas has already been in, so he's gained all that experience, and it looked as if he was really enjoying his football.
He looks like a man now.
Yeah, he does indeed.
By the way, changing the subject totally. I don't know if you've seen the lineup when they took the team photo before the game. Big mate, Big George. It looked as if he was photoshopped, didn't it?
Aye, it was like a fairly boy's Wayne. He was a monster, wasn't he, compared to them all?
Oh dear. I think JFK went to the game. Well, he was planning to go, so hopefully we'll hear from JFK shortly, and he can maybe give us a rundown on how the game went. But a smashing result and great experience playing at Ibrox. That was the kind of crowds you used to get for reserve games, Bridge,
That's correct. You used maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people, because the Rangers are very popular, and a very, very popular place to go to on a Saturday, because you can get you used to be able to get into it was always a 3 o'clock kickoff.
And the enclosure.
Into the pubs, exactly. You used to get into the pubs and meet the same people you could meet every other week, Quite incredible. It was brilliant.
Aye.
It was good.
I listened to it on the radio, actually. I never got to see it. I seen the highlights after the game, but I listened to it live on the radio, and the away team were very complimentary about our young players, the stadium, the whole setup. I think they were actually shocked, Port there.
Aye, definitely, Hawks. I get the boys can only benefit for this, but it's going to work. And as you said a minute ago, not all of them's going to make it Ibrox, so we're effectively probably going to lose some of these cracking young players. And one that I'm going to mention is Nathan Patterson. That's a young defender that seems to be, getting scouted now for the English Premier League clubs and Bayern Munich, I believe. His contract runs out in the summer. He's very highly thought of in the youth setup, so he's one that, we need to get tied down pretty quick because the big teams are looking at him. But it's like a downfall of your own success, isn't it? You obviously kind of get them all in the team. So effectively, some of them might move on, mate, definitely. But it's because of our success.
Brilliant. Must be doing a lot right. As I say, I think GFK went round, but I'm not sure. So we'll hope for here for him. We'll start building up, and obviously we'll get a big game on Sunday, Bridgeman. I know it's a few sleeps away, but it's still a big game, isn't it?
Massive, absolutely massive. These are the type of games, not necessarily who you're playing, but it's the type of games because of the timing. You've had a couple of weeks off, and we really need to be able to be on the front foot. And sometimes, if you're not on your front foot in a wee place like Hamilton with that plastic pitch, they could take advantage of that. So we really need to be up for the game, up for every game. But really and truly, the next game is the biggest game of our season. And I'm not being funny when I say that. It is the biggest game of our season. Because if we don't take 3 points there, we are going to have a big shoot ourselves in the foot. Really and truly.
Pretty confident about Sunday, Bridge. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brian Rice is the kind of guy that sends his team out to try and play, and he realises that he'll just get picked off. I can't see them having 10 men behind the ball and playing like that. Port Bear?
Aye, dog, I agree with you, I'm pretty confident myself, but just before we finished off that last wee batch of games there, coming through them all, getting to a final, beating Porto, seeing off Livingston, really building momentum, and the team was playing really, really well. And in this international break again, I just hope we don't come back stumbling. Sometimes it took us 45 minutes to get going. As Bridgeman says, we need to just hit the ground running again, pick up from where we left off, and go and just get us 3 points, get a W on the board and all 3 points, mate.
Yeah. Well, the show developed tonight. We're planning as much as we can ever plan on here, Bridge. We're planning to look at how our players done in the international break, how the ones that were away, because there's quite a lot of players playing international football now. And then when we're finished with that, hopefully we'll get to the loan players. We've got a lot of players out on loan, and some of them forgot about. But if people want to join us and give us their thoughts, what's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We wrote on the call with the one and only Old School Blue or Fox. And what can they talk about, Port Bear?
All things Rangers, mate. All things Rangers.
I hope they
There's nothing else I can speak about because Fox is a mine of information and advice. Is there anything they can tell? No.
Honestly, mate, I can't work out if this big tummy tits for him or the humbugs.
Brilliant.
What do you reckon?
I'd give the tummy tits.
Do you think we should ask it? Well, JFK will no mind. He'll no mind what he thinks. He just likes a bit of sugar. But I think the humbugs were for Fox, but I can't remember.
Well, why don't you ask the lobby?
Ask the lobby. How am I going to do this? I've got you. Dummy tits. Fox.
8 for humbugs.
Or humbugs for Fox. You think lobby? Right, anyway, JFK's joined us. Evening, JFK.
Evening, guys. How you all doing?
Jimmy, how we doing?
I'm doing well. I'm just.
Humbugs, you're all right today, aren't you?
I'll suck in anything, mate.
You could have the other thing and all right.
Well, I'm all right with that. As long as it's tasty, it doesn't bite back.
I'll spit.
How are you doing, Jimmy?
I'm doing great, mate. It's good to hear all your voice again. The wee holiday we had. How was your holiday, mate?
Oh, wonderful. I'm not going to say any more than that. It was wonderful. I never got any fridge magnets. No sticks of rock, nothing.
You're a shocker. I'm a shocker. Yes. So, yeah.
We call them bridge bags.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're a shocker.
Oh, dear. It's a lovely holiday, a really nice holiday. Thank you for the nice thoughts, everybody. Thank
doing
you.
all right, mate. It's good
Did you get
to.
along in that game on Saturday?
Yeah, mate, and I was
Alright.
very impressed with the Jolly Giant, Jorge Edmundson.
And did you see that picture, mate? That was
Yeah,
brilliant.
why
wasn't
did you not? Why did you not get him to stone at the back? Just looked ridiculous. Looked like a boys' team out with their da.
it was some picture, wasn't it?
Aye, no. Having Flanagan, but Flanagan obviously kind of fitted in, but Big Jorge just looked right out of place. No, in the park, obviously, when he was playing, brought his height and his experience. And saying that, a lot of the young boys get more experience than him at the moment. But it was a good game. Let's not forget, though. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the boys, but they've got an FA Cup game tonight, Wrexham, so they rested a full team, 11 players. So it was a second 11, if you want to call it that. But that's not taking away from what the boys achieved. We're a first ever Colt team to get into the semi-finals. Would it not be great if we were the first ever team to win the same cup with two different teams?
I was just going to ask you that question. Any chance the Colts could actually get through there and win it?
Of course it could. There's a good chance in Inverness. I would have liked to have seen us get Wraith Rovers at Ibrox and maybe play Partick Thistle at Hampden. But that's just what I was looking for,
Inverness are a very big, powerful side. They're not challenging in the championship or something.
They're the holders, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, the boys have done really well. I mean,
who impressed you, JFK?
I was really impressed with Madubi. I was really impressed with Nathan Coombs when he came on. It was an opportunist goal he scored, But all round the team's strong. There's a lot of good players there. But as I said before, look, I think that these guys are 4 or 5 years away from maybe getting a chance in the first team. They're doing really, really well, but I mean they're in the next round of the youth Europa League, and they're doing well in the Tunnock's Carmel Wafer Cup. They're doing well in the league. So they beat the PDs there 5 or 6-0 last week. So there's a lot of decent players in this squad. I think they're 4 or 5 years away. I mean, some of them only 17, 18. I think the oldest.
16.
Aye, I think the oldest one was 18 and a bit. Out with Flanagan and that. So you've got to take your hat after them. So at 5,500, 6,000 at the game. It was marred a couple of times by the Wrexham fans who were there weren't the Wrexham fans that. I've been reliably informed that another faction for another area of Glasgow actually managed to gain entry to the game and decided to unfurl a silly flag and silly scarves that you wouldn't go to the toilet with. And there was a wee bit of trouble, if you can call it that. There was an individual, a Rangers fan, taken out, but I don't know what he actually done wrong. But there was a few swinging of the battens and that, whatever happened. The papers.
The police? Is that the police?
I don't know what happened there, Bridge. I can't comment what actually I didn't see, I didn't hear, but there was a lot of rumours that there was maybe things said that should have been said, but I can't comment. So, because I never heard anything or saw it, and I just saw the Stramash, as they call it, kind of taking somebody. I don't know what happened, to be quite honest, but I only saw a bit of.
What happened with the boy Kennedy? Did he impress you, mate? Kai Kennedy?
Kai Kennedy's a good player, mate, but I think he's quite lightweight.
He's only 17, isn't he?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think he's got to be built up, mate.
You were lightweight at 17.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. I know, but I think what he's got to do, he's got to build himself up.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Coombs, by the way, looks a player, mate. It really does. I spoke about him when we won I can't remember what that cup was called, and we won in Dubai, and I rated him then, and I still rate him. I was at Firhill the night when we beat the Young Boys of Bern in aggregate, and that was a great game, and he had a fantastic game that night, and he scored. So things are looking good. I mean, we were talking a few nights ago about the youth system that we're bringing through, and it is a good youth system, but we need success right away, Oxy, and that's what we're wanting, and can we afford to blood a couple of these young boys at this moment in time? unfortunately we can't. Might be able to bring him into the pool for a bit of experience, maybe in a League Cup game or an early round of a Scottish Cup game. But for me, they're 4 or 5 years away from being, I would say, first team players. But the old saying is, no, I mean, if you're good enough, you're old enough, mate.
Aye. Well,
No.
you have to see, but I think you're fair in your assessment, mate. You might get the odd one that busts through, but
Aye.
that's few and far between. But what about the football they played? What I saw in the highlights, mate, they passed the ball, kept the ball very, very well.
Yeah, it's, as I say to you before, when I'm watching the boys, and that it's the same type of football that the first team has played, and you've probably seen that. See the stat. I don't know if Mark's got this stat. You know that we were named as the 5th most possessional team in Europe this season so far.
Yep.
We're passing in the opponent's half is the 5th best in Europe, and the passing in our half defending is 5th best. You know, so the young boys play that type of football, sharp, crisp, passing of the ball. You can see the Steven Gerrard thinking there. He's got the young boys playing in their leagues and the cups the same as he's got the first team playing. So there's no change in it. You know, the boy Coombs, I know this might say, he's a kind of like Alfredo Morelos. He's fearless. He's in there for the ball all the time. He can take a tackle, and he can give a tackle. So that bodes well for us. But some of the football we played is nice. I know it was Wrexham, but it was Wrexham. Sorry, Mail's a good player, mate. He's a good player.
I was impressed with him.
Yeah.
The wee cameo I seen him against Oxford.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
See,
he is.
About 20 JFK, is he?
Is he 19? Something like 19. Aye, it's 19. But he's going to be a good player. He's one. Him and young Coombs. I'd like to see Kai Kennedy get a shout. Madubi, but we know has had a couple of wee cameos in the reserves, things like that in the past couple of seasons. Maybe sat on the bench when we were needing players last season, the season before. But I think Mayo, young Coombs, and you call him, you named him there, Kai Kennedy.
Really?
I think they're ones who probably will have a chance. Maybe in 2 or 3 seasons, I might be wrong by saying 4 or 5, but yeah, I think we've got some good players coming through. And this competition that they're getting now, playing against seasoned professionals, albeit Wrexham played their second 11, but they were big lumps of boys, skillful, and they put themselves about well. And we played them off the part. Some of the football was nice. I just wish Rangers TV had shown it. You know.
Question for you, pal. See when you see the likes of Wrexham, was that Wrexham's full team?
No, the rest. I'd only found out later on, the next day, Bridgeman, that what they'd done is, because obviously we don't know anything about Wrexham, that they actually had rested their full first squad because they're playing the night in an FA Cup second or third round replay or whatever
So
it
it was
is.
their reserves, basically.
It was their reserves, but don't forget, that isn't even our reserves, Bridgeman.
No, I'm just saying. that it's-
no.
Our Wayne's.
They're boys, they're young boys and that, you know, and so I mean, some of the guys that they were up against were in their 20s.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Middle
You
20s,
could
they
see
were-
that,
they were-
big fella.
aye. So 10 out of 10 to the guys now, and I just wish they got a kinder draw. I'd have taken Raith Rovers, as I say, because I think they'd a chance at against Raith Rovers. But even if we Inverness Cali, I'd have hoped we'd have got a tie at Ibrox, and get a decent crowd at Ibrox behind the boys and go up to score. Young Coombs comes right across to where the Union Bears were and that, and doing the slide on the knees and all that. So he's a star. He's a star in the making, definitely.
Great stuff, cheers.
Some hairdo.
Well, we'll not talk about the hairdo.
By the way, when you're saying that, Jimmy, I noticed on the wee bit that I was watching, when he ran across there, the police immediately ran round there as well. To probably get stopped from getting over the barriers.
Look,
Just in case, you know.
I'm the shrinking violet myself now. I mean, I conducted myself well, but look, there was people who were trying to sing other songs that we know we shouldn't be singing, but they were stopped in their tracks, you know. But The police were trying to keep it control. Union Bears behaved impeccably, and they backed the boys 100%. So we can't ask for any more than that.
Yeah. Well, we've also been joined by Stardog. Evening, Stardog.
Good evening, guys. What's happening?
Nice there, Doug.
How we doing, Paul?
It's all right.
Nice to hear you, pal. Nice to hear you. Missed you.
I know. It's been boring with that international football, mate. You missed me, aye, you missed me. Like a hole in the head, you missed me.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're
But
right
the
about international football. Very boring. Very boring.
Don't mention buttons.
I'm just
Never
like, I just
mention
try to see it well. Remember the button.
Aye.
That'd be nice.
Remember the finger.
Dearie me.
I'll get you, Butler.
I'll give you
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
How we doing, Stardog?
Aye, it's just like I was saying,
I
mate.
can only apologise for Bridge. I'll bring you a double present.
Oh, that's shocking, by the way.
I know.
What
Losing
a
my bridge
shocker.
magnet. Shocking. You're a shocker, Bridge. Bye. It's been boring, mate, with international football. I'm just glad to get back to normality. I'm here talking about league fixtures, must-win games, important players. The young boys the other day, mate, I watched the highlights the same as your Celox. The young Coombs, what would you do with him? Would you send him out on loan? Because, I mean, I don't watch a lot of the youth games. I know Fox does, but this boy seems to find picking up goals fairly easy. I don't know. Is it time to start thinking about a loan?
No, not another couple of years for me. Then you make your mind up, personally. Yeah.
What do you think, Jimmy?
I don't know if you heard what I was saying there, Stardog. How are you doing, pal? I would say probably 3, 4, possibly even 5 years down the road. I mean, he's a good
loan.
I wouldn't put him in loan. I wouldn't put him in loan. I'd let him develop the ways. I think we should keep him where he is and let him play, and play for Rangers youth teams. And I think 2, 3, or maybe, I don't know. I think he'll be a star for us. Same as Kai Kennedy. Maybe Kai Kennedy's one that maybe good in loan. Mayo, I keep him the same as young Coombs and leave him in there and playing with the youth teams and that. They'll get great experience. Doing
Like
great.
I say, Jimmy, I don't know his goal scoring record of that, mate, but every time I seem to be checking up in the youth team, he's always seems to be on the score sheet getting his a goal or two. His goal scoring record for us must be no bad. And I was just thinking, that young boy we got a few months back, Baldy, you remember him?
Joe Baldy.
Yeah.
Baldy,
Well, he's 17 years of age, mate, and he's been sent down to Berwick Rangers, and he's playing 90-minute games of football, and he's mixing it up. He's getting in there, getting yellow cards and flying in for tackles, and I just think that'll benefit that boy. But I don't know.
I'll throw a name at you, Stardog. Right?
Yeah.
McPake. Where is he? He's with Dundee now, and he's getting. To me, I think he's getting wasted. I watched him earlier in the Dundee derby, and he just looked lost.
Was he playing? Did he play?
He brought him on as a sub.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll mention him. The young Port Bears.
Aye.
Anyway,
So that for me is I'm reluctant to young Coombs out.
He's too young. He's too young at the moment.
Oh, definitely. I would keep him where he is for a couple of years, and then we'll see how he develops after that.
He's not going to foresee. You've got to be fair on the boy. It's got to be a good match. Yeah.
Definitely.
So great to hear you, Stardog, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to be back. So it is good to be back, mate. It's not the same with international football. I don't know. There's just nothing to get hyped up for.
No.
It's just boring, mate.
How many players did we have away in actual international football? Port Bear.
9 players. That's first teamers. All playing for their first. They were all playing. They were all first teamers, first pickers in their teams. Apart from one.
9 players, Bridgeman. I mean, I know we've got our new international break, but God, we're lucky with an international ball boy a few years ago. So we've now got 9 players. Who are?
9 players. Sorry.
What Bear, the 9 players are?
We've got Ryan Jack. That's the first one. We've got Steve Davis, Glenn Kamara, Barisic, Aribo, Scotty Arfield, Morelos, Hollander.
All right.
That's your boys.
How have they fared? Obviously.
Well, obviously we've got to be a wee bit creative in the Ox. We're sure because there's a lack of football. So especially how the guys done in their internationals. Ryan Jack, we'll talk about him first. For me, he had a different role with Scotland. He seemed to be more the linchpin in midfield. Telling McGinn, people like them getting forward and getting involved in the forward side of the game. But for me, Ryan Jack was a steady 8. He played very well, did his job. He's obviously in a deeper role. He's following clear instructions to break out of play in midfield, and link midfield to front. In my opinion, he done very, very well at that. But I'd like to have seen him a wee bit, further forward. But he's got a job and he's playing, so he's playing international football again. So, onwards and upwards. I'm not particularly interested in international football, guys, but when our players are playing, I watch all the teams that our guys are involved with.
Aye, 9 players. JFK, I know your thoughts on sort of Bahrain national team, but what I'm saying is we didn't have one guy really near it, and then we'll get 9 in such a short space of time.
I mean, I did watch the highlights of the Scotland game. I didn't sit and watch the whole game. No. I mean, it's only because I wanted to. What I'd read about Ryan Jack in the first game, because I hadn't seen anything of the first game. It was good reports. Second game, I watched the highlights and I would go along with a 7 or 8 from him. But the unfortunate thing for me is that there's one's bumping their gums that he's only there as a filler. He'll not get a game in McTominay. McTominay couldn't lace his boots.
No.
He's only getting a game for that mob because they don't have anybody else. But
do you think he'll drop it, Jimmy?
Oh, definitely. All right. No, he's only there to put the numbers. Unless he grows up here and decides to play the teams that he wants to play on merit instead of bringing the star men back, as he calls them. So I'm not holding my breath. For Ryan Jack's sake, I hope he gets into the squad again, because that's what he wants to do. But I don't see him being a first choice when he wants to get the other ones back. But that's the way international football is,
It's pretty sad though, Jimmy.
Based on what the boys have said, then they're saying they got a 7 or an 8.
Yeah,
I mean that's some score to get, and you're going to dump him. That's really.
No,
it's going to be really difficult,
If he keeps up his form, he'll be the mainstay of that team. He's one of the best players I've got. Right, so
I agree with you. Agree with you.
Let's go through them. Port Vale, I know you put a wee bit of work in. Startup, you're always good for Port Vale, then Startup.
Yeah, well, we've also got, in the under 21s, Oxford, Middleton, Kelly, Stephen Kelly, and Robbie McCrory playing, and they get their under 21 caps. But obviously, Northern Ireland, Stephen Feckin Davis, most capped outfield player, absolutely remarkable. He just broke David Beckham's record. He's always a guy for his age. You think about it, guys. He's always available. It's not like Scotland players, isn't it? I've got a dentist. My wain's not well. I can't come. All these big superstar players in England that don't want to come and play for Scotland. But Stephen Davis, 36 years, 37 years of age, whatever he is, and he's making himself available. Every match available. It just is a lot to guy for me. He played well, played steady. I know he had a howler that I missed for that penalty. It's probably still orbiting Roggage's penalty, that penalty. But the guy's he's just immense. He's absolutely immense, and I'm glad he's a Rangers player. Long may it continue because he's an absolute star, guys, an absolute star. We've got Finland's Glenn Kamara. They've just made their first tournament.
Aye. Did a wee bit of a party after the game.
Aye. He's been outstanding the whole tournament. Every time I seem to read about Glenn Kamara, or I read all the stuff regarding Finland and Rangers, Finnish press seem to praise this guy, and he seems to be their main man, if you like. He's the one that always seems to get the main headlines throughout the qualifying campaign. And then after him, we've got Barisic. He also had another qualifier. They beat Slovakia 3-1. He had an assist. in the match as well against Slovakia. And he's not looked back for me since his St Mirren free kick. He's been absolutely fantastic, and well done to Barisic and his team for qualifying as well. Joe Aribo had 2 matches for Nigeria, but he won both of them. He seems to be having a great partnership alongside Ndidi for Leicester. They seem to play him a wee bit deeper up, so played them 2 matches. They played him deeper than he usually plays for them. But again, great raving reviews. When I was reading his stuff this morning, they were saying, Ndidi wasn't getting all the pressers. It was Aribo was getting all the. They're quite excited about Joe Aribo, and they're also excited about the partnership in midfield. Big Hollander, again, Sweden qualified. He sat out the first game, but he got 90 minutes against the Faroes, where they won as well. I think if he keeps his form up with Rangers, I think it will not be long by the time they get to the tournament. He will be probably a centre-back in that back 4. So again, well done to Hollander. And then we buff Colombia.
He's playing last night, wasn't he?
They played last night against Ecuador. But they beat Peru. Him getting a 93rd minute winner, very important winner, may I add. So now the wee man's adding, world level goals to his game, international level. So wee man's doing really, really well. Again, wee bit of negative press by our tubes here, but they're always going to do that, aren't they? But wee man's absolutely outstanding, and I noticed when he scored that 93rd minute winner, social media went bonkers. I've never seen the admiration Rangers fans have got for Oxford, for Morelos. The admiration they've got for that wee man is absolutely outstanding.
I love him because he doesn't have this thing in football, and it's not keeping him out of the net, it's putting him in the net just like Bridge. He doesn't have this thing in football. He's a character, but he's also a grafter, so you put all that in the mix. Fans are going to love him, isn't they?
Of course, on mate. I mean, he brings a lot of heat to the game and all. Folks storm up as soon as he gets the ball, or as soon as anything's happening round about him. His all-round play, mate, as a striker, I think is phenomenal, and I think he's finally added the finishing to it. I think he already had everything. I just think his awareness and his finishing is honestly, it's easily the best in our league. Probably the best down south as well, now the way things are going. So I think that's all down to Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe's definitely had a big hand in this. His calmness, his finishing, and what a player he's become, mate. And he really will thrive for Colombia. I see the number 9 jersey on. He finally got his goal after 3 or 4 starts for them. So I'm impressed by Morelos, mate. And I think that Carlos Queiroz really rates him as well. So he does. I know Falcao rates him. James Rodriguez rates him. These players have all come out and said they rate him. So he's definitely got something about him.
Definitely. I mean, it's just his attitude and his work rate. And he's a character, JFK, isn't he?
I actually watched the first game when they scored the goal. I couldn't manage to get the second game, but it was an absolutely wonderful night for him. You could see the joy in his face as usual. He doesn't walk about the park like that a lot of the times, but when he puts the ball in the back of the net, you can see the joy in his face. And like Mark said there, I picks up the papers the next day, and there it is. And there's no getting the credit, but it's due. That's because it's Rangers, Seemingly played the first half against Ecuador and had a good game again. So it's good, I want Rangers players to play international football for anybody but Scotland, but we're not going to get into that. That's just the way I feel about it. But to see Alfredo play as well as he's doing for Colombia is absolutely wonderful for me. I can just say about, I actually sat and watched the full 90 minutes of the Canada game, mate, and the USA just ripped him a new one, mate.
Ruthless, mate, wasn't they? Ruthless.
4-1 they beat them. I watched the whole game. Scotty Arfield played well, but America just tore him a new one.
Powerful side, America.
They are powerful. So they won 2 games that consigned Canada to not get into the Nations League semi-final, which is New America. But they gained enough points to get into the 2021 Gold Cup, the commentator says. I might be wrong if I did. I hope I heard them right there.
No, you're right.
Aye. So Can I just say, watching a game coming out of America is absolutely mad. You know,
Commentators.
aye, Mark's getting a lot of good statistics here, but I've never heard. I'm not going to get into them all here, but you've probably heard it yourself. It's just absolutely madness. You know, the way they talk about assists and
They talk about it as if it's a different sport, didn't they?
aye. It was good. I try to turn my ears off here. Aye.
That's
Like
Bridgeman
that.
on a Saturday.
Well, that was what the commentator did that night when Alfredo scored, you know. But I watched the interview with Scotty Arfield there. I thought he was devastated, you know, as captain. He still came out and he gave his interview. So that was and Stephen Davis for me was a big disappointment when the penalty. I watched the whole.
He missed a penalty, and it happens. But it was such a sad end for him. But
but he's a great player, as we all know, and he's a Rangers player. But that was you know, oh come on, you know, I'd score it. But it was, you know, it was good. Borna, what a ball here for Perisic. What a fantastic ball. And as Mark said there, since and I think Stardog said as well, since the goal he scored against St Mirren, he's no look back. Absolutely wonderful. So things are going well. Big Hollander, I just read reports about it. He didn't play the first game, but he played the full second game. So things are looking good for us. And we all know about Glenn Kamara. They get beat the second game, but I think they're all still bevied for the party after the So,
Stardog, you've been also following. You've also been following closely the boys away in international duty. It's a worrying time for us as fans, but you want them to do well. And I mean, I seen the tackle on Jack last night. I never seen it live, but it could have been a red card, you know. And that's the problem when you've got success and players are going away. You've got this concern.
I seen the tackle myself, mate. I mean, I only watched the highlights of the game, but I don't even know what the guy was thinking, mate. He really could have hurt him badly, but you know, you take this risk, mate, and it's not even the injury risk. It's, you know, your Aribos and Morelos and that, they're going away and they're performing on the international level. Like, folk are going to stand up and take notice as well, mate. It's just, you know, you want them to do well, but at the same time, you don't want folk coming and sniffing about them and things like that. So that's a worrying thing as well, mate. But I mean, big shout out to every single one, mate, boys. I thought Stephen Davis missing his penalty aside, mate. I mean, to go there the way Hollander's playing. I mean, Hollander turning there Germany's and who else? I think they beat Spain no long ago as well, mate. So I mean, to go there and to get the result they did, I thought it was a great performance by the full team, mate. I thought it was a great performance all round. But it would have been a dream come true for them to go and win that game by a Steve Davis penalty, mate. That would have been. You could have wrote a film about the guy after that. Really. But to go just to get that result alone, Port Bear, mate, I thought that was absolutely brilliant because I mean, Holland are going to be a team in the next couple of years. They're producing player after player, and they're all turning out to be world superstars. So, that's a great result for Northern Ireland, and obviously Finland getting to their first tournament as well, mate. That's brilliant. But again, it puts Kamara on folks' radars because he's a very, very key part of that team, isn't he? Really.
So just quickly, Port Bear, how quick these 9 internationalists.
Yep.
I know we talked about it before. I mean, they're worth tens of millions to us, eh?
Oh, sure, it's getting, boys, it's getting scary. Every time these guys are going to
priceless, mate. Priceless.
You're getting, they're adding zeros to the end of whatever the first figure's going to be for me. You know, we're talking about Barisic, a guy that we probably wouldn't have given £1 million for or £2 million for last season. I mean, what you talk for Barisic now, it's just, he's an international Croatian fullback. Croatian teams, the fourth in the world right now. You know, and he holds down a position in that team easily. He's a first choice left back. But it's not just him. It's you know, Morelos. They're just always the short window. But as Stardog says, to me that's a big window. Now they're on the world stage. They're in front of all the world's TV programmes. You know, and Rangers are doing it right, Ox. This is what's happened. Is it, you know, we're going to fall down on more in success because players will move on. But we're enjoying the success as we're getting it now. just as long as we're ready to roll, when these people they come in for our players and we get top dollar for them, I hope we've got replacements and decent replacements ready for them, mate.
Borna Barisic, can I just say, in 2 years' time, you're going to see somebody that is world class. At the moment, he's European class. I've said it for the last 2 years since he came, and not everybody, I doubted it myself at some time. But he was quite poor, and his performances were poor, and obviously the manager must have been disappointed. I think we were even talking about maybe getting rid of him. But really and truly, he's class. You can see the way he plays. Our whole left-hand side is really, really powerful. And we've always been a right-handed side player team with Tavernier and before we Portuguese guy with Candyman helping them. But now our left is really powerful. And I think Barisic, absolute class, and Big Helander is coming on here as well. Just super to watch on the left-hand side. Brilliant.
Oh, we've also been joined by Fox. Evening, Fox. How are you, mate?
Tip top, mate. I'm tip top.
Bit quiet there, mate.
Sorry about
That's all right. How are you?
that. Fine.
I know you've been watching a bit of the sport with these 9 players away in international duty, and most of them have done okay, yeah?
Most of them have performed reasonably well. Some of them got to their goal of reaching the European Championship, so very well done on them. And all the rest of them are in either playoffs or something else like that, including Ryan Jack with Scotland.
Aye, good reviews, Ryan Jack. He's got a great attitude, boxer.
Foxy, can I just ask you a question? You know, when it comes to Scotland, and I know Ryan Jack's performing for Scotland, based on the discussion the boys were saying, he played very well in the 2 games he played for Scotland. But when we say that, and then you think about Aribo, you think about Glenn Kamara, the value of those 2 players will be greater than what Ryan Jack is, even although Ryan Jack's maybe even a better player than them. It's just because his international performances don't get the same magical talk by the press and so on and so forth. Well, this guy, but the boy Glenn Kamara and Aribo are really, really good, and Borna Barisic, really good. And yeah, I think he'll be understated. Ryan Jack will be understated.
Because of your press, Buckbridge.
I'm saying that. I think so. I might be wrong, but I think that's it.
Down you go, Fox.
For once, I don't think he got booed last night. I think the crowd that was at Hampden appreciated the job he was doing for Scotland. I thought he played very well. I think he teamed up well with McGregor, and they 2 kind of settled down the whole team. I thought they 2 were very good last night.
All right. So 9 players. All first teamers, isn't he, really? Morelos was in New York, wasn't he? New York, was it Florida? Sorry.
New York.
Was
New
it
York,
New York?
it was.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey, sorry.
Yeah.
He'll be back by now. Fitting well, I hope, ready to go. So hopefully there's no knocks, bruises, or whatever. As I mentioned, the Ryan Jack tackle. I've not heard of anybody else coming under any pressure there.
No, I had a wee look before I come on just to check the injury situation, mate. No, nothing to write him about. They did. I think they mentioned he's travelling. No, with Scott Arfield, Joe Aribo, and the Miles Morelos would have put in, but he's big fancy planes there, boy, mate. They'll get like he'd do and come back into Glasgow, fitting well, ready to go against Hamlin, I hope.
I was a wee bit worried about the buff myself, mate. These South Americans don't mess about, friendly or no, or whatever it is, mate. Some of the tackles that went in last night in the first half that I watched were kind of scary. But Buff stayed out the way of that, so well done to the Buff.
The Peru game was the same, Fox. Peru, I mean, that's never a friendly game between them 2, Peru and Colombia. I mean, they were really going at it with each other. Yep. You know, some of the...
It's a great game to watch.
It was excellent. But, you know, to me, that's the way... I'm pretty old school, so that's the way football should be played to me. You know, right good, solid challenges, you know, and the refs don't really get involved, you know, but as I say, as a Rangers player, you're watching through your fingers because he's your star, and you don't want it to happen to him. Same with Jack. When I was watching Scotland, that tackle was shocking. You're not going to put him out for the season. That's what I was worried about when I first saw it in real time. I thought, oh no, season finished, but we were lucky. That's the way I am now with all these international players, because they're all, if you think about it, it's all our main probably ones we would never want to see at the team. And sometimes I was watching some of the highlights and some of the full games I was watching me, through my fingers, because we don't want to miss any of these players, guys.
How lucky are we that Ryan Kent's English? Imagine having him to worry about and all.
Oh, do you know what a Scottish granny?
I know. He's the only key member of the team, but you can really think of going, he'll not really be away in international duty much, I wouldn't imagine, with the team they've got up front.
Well, you forget the Golson and Tav, mate.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the
Aye.
English boys, mate. The English boys, the key members are English boys, and you don't see them getting call-ups anytime soon, mate. And
Nah.
we're lucky in that sense as well, that we don't really have to worry about them. Because could you imagine with Ryan Kent's problems this season so far, having to go away in international duty or that?
That's a good point, you mate. Obviously, this break hopefully came at the right time for Kent.
Yeah.
I don't see injury, but his issue. Stardog.
Yeah, definitely, mate. We've seen him. I personally think when he come on when he started that first game, it was too soon for him. And then the second game, he kind of pulled up as well. And that last game, then mate, he wasn't moving too pleasantly on either, for what I can remember. So hopefully he's rested up a couple of weeks. I don't think he played the behind the closed doors match, Ox, did he? Against Leicester.
No, I never seen
No,
him.
he never, mate. No.
No, he never. Aye, so that's good that he's been rested up as well. Hopefully, same with big Connor Golson and Tav. I think Tav probably needed a wee break as well.
He played against Leicester. So
Tav
he
scored.
mate.
Tav
Tav
no
scored.
score. Aye.
Tav,
one?
Greg Stewart and Bud Jonas, was it?
Aye.
He scored a screamer.
I heard Greg Docherty played well as well in that game.
He did get a good review.
It was
Yeah.
Greg.
Did Greg Docherty no score?
Was it Doherty?
Docherty scored.
Docherty.
Tavernier and Greg Stewart and Greg
Tav and
Docherty.
Stewart. Aye, yep.
There's a report.
And that was-
There's a report today that there was 4 or 5 scouts watching Docherty for a loan.
right.
January.
Championship clubs, wasn't
Aye.
it?
Championship clubs England. Aye.
I wish him nothing but good. I hope it
Oh
gets
no, of
somewhere.
course. Aye, he's a bear and that.
Yeah.
But if he's not going to beat the Rangers as well elsewhere, I'll say
I
that.
wonder,
The boy's got to think his career. When
Yeah.
Aye.
point of view, mate. It's like Bridgman. He's got to always think his career.
If you think about it, Jimmy, but the way our team are playing at the moment, that we're raising our game.
Said that. Aye.
We're raising our game to a different level as we go forward. Hopefully, it stays that way, and it's not a hunger and bust thing.
Yeah.
So if we can raise our games, and then we need to when we bring in players, they've got to fit into our team. We can't bring players in that are going to bring it back down again.
Yeah,
It's just-
we had that discussion last week, sure, Bridgman. That, we talked about players like him, and he's just not going to. He's not even getting into the squad and sitting on the bench. Then he's not going to get a game, is he? So he's as well going elsewhere, Bridgman. And I wish him all the best. I don't think he'll ever play for Rangers again. Honestly, that's just my personal opinion. I think the team that the gaffer's building now, it's him and McCrory's not going to fit in it. He's come up after an injury and he's doing his rehab here. I don't think you'll ever see them playing for Rangers again because they don't fit in. It'll depend what happens in January if the gaffer brings in any other players we don't know. But it's unfortunate, a lot of people like myself rated him when he first got him for Hamilton, but it's no work for the boys. So
Listen, mate,
unfortunately.
it doesn't work. You need a bit of luck, JF.
Yeah.
The boys maybe not had that bit of luck, but
Yeah.
I did hear through the grapevine that the management team wanted them to go out on loan in August.
Refused.
And the boy didn't, with the best intentions, didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe a mistake in hindsight, but look, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Port Bear at.
Aye, it just shows. Obviously, Stephen Gerrard he's well quoted in saying this, isn't he? We've got a level, don't we? There's a level where you have to be at playing level to get into your team, and maybe that's what Jimmy's saying. Ross McCrory and Greg Docherty. They're unfortunate. They're always the Bears. Ross McCrory's come through the youth system and got into the team and had his wee shot last year, but maybe he just doesn't think he's at the level required. And it'll happen to some of the players we've got now, guys. Some of the players in this squad now, this 11 we're all raving about, when they upgrade next year, some of them guys will fall by the wayside and all and go as well. So I think it's just as Rangers grow and we become this, juggernaut of a team again. We will buy and sell players for good money, and we'll move forward. With new stars, and that's what we've got to look forward to. We'll always have new stars, no old stars, new stars. But there's a level now at Ibrox, guys, and there's a line that Gerrard won't go below, and that's the only reason I think these guys won't make the grade. And there's a few other ones that are out in loan as well that won't make it either.
Can I just jump in before you go to somebody else before the break now? Oxford, I heard a wee rumour yesterday that Jamie Murphy's going back down south for the rest of the season.
Mentioned online, mate, because he's got to play, mate, especially at his age. I mean, if he's not quite fit enough to get into your squad, he might go away for 6 months, come back, he might get in, he might know, but he's got to go and play. You know what I mean? What's the point of sitting in the storm when you're a professional?
You're absolutely right. He's got to get games.
Yeah. The story I got is going from Glasgow Rangers to Queen's Park Rangers.
Right. Okay.
But he's still going to be playing really tight football. It's really tight and tough,
That's a. You could argue that's maybe, or he might be downgrading, but he might be going to a harder league.
Yeah.
Aye.
Maybe. Because that's a real competitive league, that
He
champion.
played there before, Oxford, didn't he? He played there with
Sheffield.
Brighton, was it? Sheffield Wednesday.
Sorry, aye.
Yeah.
Sheffield Wednesday and Brighton, aye.
He knows that game, and by all accounts, he seemed to do well because he got his move to Brighton, didn't he? And obviously they get promoted, and then he came to Rangers. So, he might get do very well
it's
again.
It's actually heartbreaking for them, and him and what's the Dorans that went away. They just never get a proper chance to show their good stuff for the Rangers.
Aye, well, think about it. I think the Dorans once was against Kilmarnock.
Yeah, and so was I know. Tell me about it.
And so was Jamie's injury. Coincidence? I don't know.
Aye.
I watched Dorans in the Derby a couple of weeks ago, and he strolled through the game.
Right.
Strolled through it.
He's a level above the championship.
Aye,
Jimmy, he's a level above that.
Of course, strolled through it, Mark. Aye.
I bet he did.
Aye, easy. It was easy for him, So I'd like to have seen him make it. Aye, I did rate Graham Dorrans. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for him.
Maybe lost that wee yard of pace that he had.
Yeah,
probably. I think when we got a Rebo, he became surplus to requirements.
Aye.
Because you can only have so many. But Graham Dorrans is another one that I think everybody wishes success in his future career.
Oh, aye.
Of course, a bear. He's put in the blue, he's a bear.
Aye. People leave different ways, but I like Graham Dorrans. He's just unfortunate.
Didn't he pick up in the story today about Glenn Kamara? About an extension to his contract.
I've got it down, Jimmy.
Oh, yep. Sorry, mate. I'm stealing your thunder here.
No. What was the story behind it? But was there a story behind it?
Just extending his contract.
The story is, I know, but Jimmy, they're trying to make sure they don't lose him cheap. So what they're trying to do is get him on another. I think they're going another 2 years to what he's got. Extend his wages, and then that way, if anybody does come in for him, they need to pay obviously by his contract and then discuss a transfer fee, which will be, considerably more now that they've qualified and he's new into a tournament. You're a tournament player. You're not just a qualifier.
Somebody made note that there's people after him or something. No?
Leeds United,
Leeds
United. I'm just asking. I didn't know.
Aye.
It's not just them. There's Crystal Palace, Villa.
One at a time.
Sorry.
The finger will come out, Stardog.
Aye, my middle one.
Aye.
Oops, is that Stardog gone again?
I don't know. His attitude's terrible at the moment.
Shocker. Man's a shocker.
Maybe you should give him the dummy. They shut him up.
I like a tip, me.
I like that.
My God.
Oh, you bridge you having a tongue?
That shocker, that boy.
Man, I thought it was someone else.
Dear. Are you alright, Stardog? I'm worried about you.
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. I'm having fun.
Good man.
Ciao.
Right, so how many players, before we go to have a tune, I don't know if we were that group lined up. What was that group? That group
Broad
against
Claimers.
The Broad Claimers. how many players were actually good out on loan? But
15, mate. 15 players.
I think
Yeah.
I think I struggle to name on him. But I'm sure Standard will do it as soon as we have a tune. Poor Fox, so get yourself a mute.
Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. Won't you come and cheer us? Help the boys along. White and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. We'll be there to do it, do it if we can. Win the cup, hold it up in our hand. Oh, Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. That always goes good well. Go back, gentlemen.
Yes,
Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay.
Boom, boom.
Oh, yeah. That's me singing again. That's me singing again.
We
First
missed
night
that.
back, shocker.
We missed that, mate. We missed that.
Right, you back, Doug?
I'm back, mate.
Right, here's these 15 players that's out on loan.
Don't know if I can name them all. I'll have a bash, but Jason Holt, Jake Hasty,
Yep,
Zach
yep,
Rudden,
yep,
the boy Baldy that I named earlier,
Yep.
Stephen Kelly, United,
yep,
Palmer,
yep,
Josh McPake,
yep.
running it. That must have been a good 7 there.
That was a strong 7, mate.
Aye, somebody jump in and give us a help here.
Faith McCrory, brothers.
McCrory's, aye,
That's
McCrory
it, yeah.
brothers.
That's it. I'll give you a couple of clues. Goalkeepers, I think goalkeepers.
Jack Annick, he's out and
Yep.
all, isn't he?
Yep, yep.
Is Fufferway out? Is he still
No.
there?
Rossiter, Rossiter.
Roster's
John
there, mate,
Rossiter.
yes. Yep.
Joe Dodu,
No, he's not even on there. He wasn't even there.
Is he gone?
One's in Mexico. One's in Mexico.
Edward, that Edward Herrera guy that we've never
Yep.
seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Draining money from the club. And Aidan
Aye.
McAdams. That's
Never
the other
forgot him.
one.
Great effort, Doug. I'm really proud of you. I don't care what the rest of them say, mate.
It was a valiant effort, wasn't it? It was a strong 7, wasn't it, Port Bear?
Great effort, mate. Great effort. You got the harder
It's
ones.
been the best effort this week on the show, mate.
Well, there you go then. First time for everything, eh?
Aye, really, I must admit, I would have struggled to go to myself, JFK 15.
Yeah. Can I give you a first as well? Just to
All right, thanks very much, mate. I'm touched with your generosity. How much
No,
is-
I'm gonna. Can I give you a report on the Rangers ladies' last game this season.
Did you go and watch it?
No, I didn't go and watch it. I dug out the report because, you
I
know.
was hoping that you would maybe go and watch it because you've turned your hand to most things.
Yeah. Well, the Rangers ladies team.
You're a big fan of.
Yes, it ended their season with a 1-0 victory to Spartans this week. The team is managed by Gregory Vignal, as you all know, was ex-Rangers stalwart. So it was a decent game by all reports. That Sarah Cleland, a shot was saved by Kieran Ramsey in the Rangers goal. So Rangers played quite well. They won 1-0. They finished second in the league as far as I know. So I just thought I'd just say the girls' final game of their season, they won 1-0. And if you want me to give you the team, I will. If you don't want to give me, I'll just shut up.
Yeah, let's give it, because I know you've been a big fan of.
Yeah, well, the Rangers team that was Ramsey, Brownlee, McDonald, Watson, Gallen, Dalglish, Honeyman, Napier, Hay, and Robertson. So there you go.
Right, okay.
So
You sure that's your team, Hay and Dalglish playing?
I know. Aye. So I just thought, there you go.
Aye. I'm really proud of you. That diversity training you went on, that course Terry set up for his work.
Well, I didn't want the button, so I thought I better do something to get in your good books. No, don't be giving me that finger now.
Rangers for everyone and anyone.
Well, that's true. Aye.
Jimmy, did they swap their tips after the game?
No, they don't. That's
really?
can't be saying things like that now.
Well, you can't. JFK, you need to tell them. They need to go there.
You need to be, just to let you know that the Eilish, her name is Eilish Dalglish, gave Rangers a lead in the 54th minute.
Right.
Good work down the right by Brogan Hay. Lovely
There's
name.
a Brogan playing for a minute.
Brogan Hay, aye. Brogan Hay. Wonder what team Hurdah supports. There's a girl called you. I'm trying to be serious here. Near this shirt swapping and all. I'm trying to be serious. Kyle Ramsey. It's
Right.
no Kyle as in K. And Kayla McDonald were decent players, it says here. So they won 1-0. They didn't swap any shirts, Mark. So, but it's a good result for
I apologise.
It's a good results for the ladies, and well done to Gregory Vignal and the Rangers ladies football team.
And
I think it's well done to you, JFK, for giving that
next
report.
season, JFK is going to go and watch the ladies. That's his next stage, his development. To be
Right, okay. I'll make sure that the next time the ladies are playing, I will, wherever they are, if it's near me, I will make an effort to contact Big Stevie for the drum, and me and him can go and watch it.
Aye.
But there you are. I thought I would bring that.
Never think of looking for you there.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well played, young man. 15 players out on loan. How many is coming back? Stardug and then Bridge.
It's really, really hard, mate. The young boys will obviously come back. I think you like your Stephen Kelly, McPake, the boy Baldy. He'll come back as well. Ross McCrory, I don't know. I'm agreeing with Jimmy. Jimmy said it away back in the summer. I don't think he'll ever play for us again, mate. I can't see Jason Holton that coming back and getting a game, nor Rossiter. Jake Hasty and the younger boys, mate. I think that's about the only ones. I don't see Andy coming straight back in, like Jimmy says. I don't think McCrory and that fit into that Rangers team and the way we play or anything like that anymore. So I'll go for Jake Hasty and Stephen Kelly and McPakes and players like that, mate. But no first teamers.
I would agree with Jake Hasty and the youngsters that you mentioned there, with the exception of Ross McCrory. I think that there's a lot of boys that'll be wanting, Rangers will just want them to stay in loan. It'll be more beneficial to them because they're just going to come back and tread water. That's all they're going to do. But the guys that are out, they're talking about until next June probably, end of May next year. So it's a long time that they need to be out. But a lot of things might happen between them. They really need to come back and show the manager and the squad, the coaches, that they've done well, because that's a big thing, you know. And they can't come back with any attitude that they don't want to be doing this and don't want to be doing that. They've got to come back and it's a future. They've got to plan it out and do it right. And based on the wee discussion tonight about young Greg Docherty, I think he just made a wee mistake, and he should have took the coaches and managers' advice and went out and loan. To be honest, in better form.
There's one player he's on my shooty, or maybe I wasn't hearing right now. But what about Glenn Middleton?
Aye, I've mentioned him, mate.
Did you? I don't think he'll ever.
He was almost going to come back, apparently, Jimmy. I've seen that
Aye.
today. He almost came back, but I think they're going to give the fact that
I
Jack
don't think he
Ross-
will ever get another game for Hibs.
Well, apart what they're saying now, but just see, because Jack Ross is taking over here,
Yeah.
because he's got a very exciting style of football, almost similar to like Gerrard's attacking minded, free flowing football. They might give him a few months, certainly, to find out if Jack, because we do know Jack Ross has got a good record of bringing youth through. So they might decide to leave me for another, to the summer just to see how he gets on. But there was talk today they were going to maybe cancel the loan. If Heckingbottom was still the manager, but I think things have changed because Jack Ross is taking over, mate.
My honest feeling with young Middleton is he's tainted. He should never have went there. Never.
Well, he's going to go to the Dutch club, isn't it?
No, he's tainted. I believe it sincerely. I believe that sincerely.
He's very good.
Think he's went too far last time, Bridge. Think he should never
Say
have
that
went to
again.
Hibs.
Say that
Think he's
again.
went too far. Do you think he should never have went to Hibs?
Oh, 100%. No Rangers player, anybody, youngsters or anything, should ever have went anywhere near them, ever.
I think he should have jumped on that flight and went to Holland like he was supposed to do, mate.
Well, there you go. That was a he could have went that way. He could have went back down to England. He
Am
could
I
have
right
went,
in saying it was Den Hag Ox that was in for him when he was going to go there, and then he changed his mind last minute and went to Hibs?
Ten Hag, I think so. Aye.
Yep. He still went there, mate. He really should have.
Can I just ask all of you a question? I know we've been speaking about some of the youngsters, and you even see their name getting mentioned when you're reading comments or reading how the game went. I never read about Hibs. I couldn't care less who's playing for Hibs. I never read about them. Simple. Unless they're playing us on the Sunday, that's the only time I would see who was playing for them. Other than that, I wouldn't know if Glenn Middleton is playing for us or not. Other than somebody maybe say something about it, I wouldn't know. I would rather read he went down to Leeds just for saying something. Well, Glenn Middleton scored today. I would see it and follow. You don't hear about it and follow because they don't go and they don't read about it at all about Hibs in any way, shape or form that I can find it. So that's the way I look at it. There's a big lack of interest once we go there.
I think I'll just give you a wee clue. Follow Rangers supporters. If you want to read about Hibsnet, you'll find a lot of stuff on there about them.
Correct, absolutely.
Can I give you my take on the loan players?
Aye,
Yeah.
when you go.
I've looked at the list, and I'll be quite honest. Apart from probably the goalkeeper Robbie McCrory, who may have a future at Ibrox, I don't see any future for the rest of them.
Not even a boy Kelly, mate.
No,
McPake?
no McPake either, mate.
No.
I know the reason why. I think that we're at that level now that
That's
the
been
fitness
difficult.
changed. But we've been watching the Rangers for a lot of years, and the success that we had in the 9 in a row years, and the success that we were starved of since 2012. I think we're at this level now that it's going to be really hard to bring in young players. Why bring in young players to burst our bubble? There's no very many Steven Gerrards out there now. David Beckham type. No, that players that could come through. And in my own team, Ian Durrant's, Barry Ferguson's. We don't have that type of player coming through
Jimmy.
now, so I don't see it.
Jimmy, remember these boys have got to start somewhere. And I know our level's very very high, right? I'll give you an example. I didn't know a lot about this Jal Baldi, right? But I read about him today, and apparently we plucked him out of the Portuguese academies, right? And he's very, very highly rated over there. He's only 17.
Some player.
He's meant to be a cracker, mate. He's meant to be absolute, he's a Kanté type of player. That's what I read about him today. People are, linking him to like he's going to be like that sort of player, like N'Golo Kante doing it Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to think that these boys would have, when you guys up with yourselves, myself, when you'd have a drive to make yourself right. Well, that's where I've got to be. That's what I've got to. If I want to get Rangers midfield, I've got to be as good as Ryan Jack. I've got to be as good as Steve Davis, Glenn Kamara, Joe Aribo, depending on what kind of player you are or what position you play in. That's your level. So that should be your goal. That's what I've got to get to if I want in that team. And you say, well, it may take 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but they've got to have somewhere to aim for.
Understand that. Look, I'm looking at our back four: Tavernier, Barisic, Edmondson, Flanagan will go, Goldson will stay, Halliday will go, Hollander will stay, Katic will stay, Polster for me has got to stay. Right, so there's out of that back four, who's going to make it? In your midfield, you've got Scotty Arfield, Joe Aribo, Jamie Burjonas is probably the one that I think could have a chance of making it. Captain Wonderful for Northern Ireland, Stephen Davis. Greg Docherty, I don't think he'll make it. Ryan Jack, obviously, he's going to be there. Glenn Kamara, star. Andy King, I don't know why we brought him in, but we did.
Well, that's a strange one, but
Right.
it's not worked out. I mean, it's a form other people's kept about the same JFK,
No, that's what's good about it. Everybody's opinion's all different, and it's good opinion, and it's not argumentative. We've all got our strong way of putting my. I just think that we're in a situation in Yorkshire that the Rangers team is so strong. They're not good enough to step up to what we need because, I mean, look.
Somebody eventually will come out the pack, won't they?
Well, they will. There'll be two, maybe hopefully 3 will come out of that pack and make me eat my words, and I hope they do. But I just think at this moment in time, I'm like you guys and all the guys in the lobby and the lasses in the lobby. I'm craving success, and unfortunately, I don't think the young boys are part of that success at this immediate time.
We've got 2 different types of lone star dogger. We've got the young boys and then the guys out just playing games.
Definitely, and I mean, I also think you've got boys out there that are trying to get moved. They'll be playing for moves elsewhere, hoping that they get enough attention for their clubs to move on with their careers and things like that. And we wish them all the best. But I agree totally 100% with Jimmy. I think we're at a time now as a club. We're moving forward. We're challenging for the league. We're in a final with a cup. We're looking to get through the Europa League group stages. I just don't think we've got any time for passengers. And I mean, Ross McCrory broke out the pack. I mean, it's all one breaking out the pack. It's maintaining that and staying in the team and, you know what I mean, keeping your head all the time. Because Ross McCrory was a young boy, and I mean, they put him in at centre back in huge games. And it was, Gerrard said it himself, it was detrimental to the boy's career. So, I mean, it's all one coming in. We're seeing it right now happening at the club with Katic and May Edmondson. These boys haven't just been flung in. They've been put in gently and just a wee game here and a wee game there. And they'll come on and they'll be future centre-backs for our club. But it's just all about bringing them in gently and no flying too much at them too soon, mate. And I agree with JFK. I just think we just don't have time for passengers, or we just can't wait or afford to bring anybody in now. We just need to win this league, and then after that we can relax a bit.
I'm going to bring Fox.
I think you're right. Oh, sorry, pal. Sorry.
On you go, Brent. You give your opinion, mate.
No, I was just going to say that they're probably right, because the pressure's been on for the last 2 seasons now, since our manager came in. And as the manager's growing, he's seeing, certain things within the group. And when he makes a mistake, it can be catastrophic for the group. And he's made a couple. And now he's learned, whatever he's learned, he's passing it on through them. Some of the guys will never grasp it. Some of the guys won't, he can see with his own eyes. Some of the guys in his mind won't ever make it to the way he wants. And he'll need to go and maybe bring in 3 or 4 players, just for saying sake, in the winter time, the winter break, bring in 3 or 4 players, and you think to yourself, for God's sake, we've got 10 or 12 players sitting there doing nothing to do. But that's what about keeping the level. It's keeping the level so that put the pressure on the other players, whether he buys anyone or just brings someone in, and one of these freedom of contract things, I don't know. But for sure, he has to keep going, because we've got another half a season to go. Providing we keep going the way we're going, then Rangers are looking really, really good, and we need to keep that pressure on ourselves and the opposition. We need to prove that we're a good team.
This is a hard thing about football, Doug. There's no room for sentiment.
No, there isn't, mate. We just need to, as Bridge says, we just need to keep winning, keep getting the W's, the 3 points on the board, and just keep going forward for the team, mate. I mean, we're challenging this year. This is where we want to be. This is where we need to be. So we just need to keep doing what we're doing, mate. Keep winning games and keep pushing forward. I mean, we named international players. They are all first team players in my opinion, mate. And folk like Joe Aribo and Glenn Kamara, they're only going to get better as the season goes on. Same with Hollander, he's going to come into Mary himself as well, and I think he'll find his way back into the Sweden team eventually, mate. But we're solid now, we really are solid, but the international breaks haven't been kind to us in the past. So like Port Bear said earlier on the show, hopefully we can get early and just go and fire a couple of early goals in the net, and then we can relax after that and get the 3 points and look on to the next big important game for the club, mate.
After Sunday, mate, they certainly come at us sticking fast, JFK.
There you go. Sorry, mate. Aye, definitely.
You're
Games
right.
are coming thick and fast for us.
Was that the ladies' coach looking for some?
It was. Did you get my wee
Ladies
message?
coach, the ladies coach.
I was actually tight there. Did you get my wee message I put in the chat?
I'll have a look, mate.
Aye, look, the games that are coming thick and fast for us, you know, what the guys were saying there about bringing the younger boys into it. These types of games are, for me, they're not going to shoot them. We need a winning team going forward, and I think the games we've got coming forward is actually pivotal to what we've got today. I mean, now we're into this section now. The international break is gone. We're into the next section, taking us up to a new year, and it's 10 games we've got.
You can only talk about Sunday's game. You're not allowed to go to the future. That right, Doug?
All right, okay, no future, no back. Sunday,
I want to mention the December off you, Jimmy.
Oh, I need right. The only guy that works in December, Santa Claus. You shut up. No, Sunday's game, like the Bridgeman says, the next game's the biggest game, and obviously it is on Sunday against the Hamilton Ackies and that. So that'll be a big game when the carpet ball's rubbish again. So looking forward to it. Think we'll win it quite convincingly. Just hoping that everybody comes back, especially the tackle. I did see the tackle on Ryan Jack. Hopefully he's come out of that. Hope Fred managed, and him and Scotty managed to get their travelling heat on and get back fresh. Big Borna looks born again, pardon the pun, playing out his skin. So I'm happy with the way that things are going, the same as you guys, and looking forward to getting back to the matter of Glasgow Rangers playing football instead of the Tartan Trannies and whatever else is on. You know, what is it? So well, I know we'll get all predictions at the end of the week now, but I think we can win quite comfortably.
I agree, mate, but I'll be nervous for us because these pitches, we've got, I don't know why, but we've got this nervousness plays Bridgeman. But if the league was to stay as it is, after this, we've only got one more visit to a plastic pitch the rest of the season, mate.
Yeah, if they stay the same, wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't that just be wonderful? Because when you're playing against the Hamiltons and Livingstons and Kamara, it's like kick and rush football. You know, it's just shocking. It's shocking to watch, really. And the last game we played against Livingston and lettered them 2-0 going on 5 or 6 for me. My goodness gracious, to see those goals going in for us, just fantastic. Some of the football we played, considering the pitch we were on, was quite good, in my opinion.
It's probably one of our best performances on one of the pitches, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I think we did very, very well. And you have to take your hat off, everybody's hat off, to Morelos. My goodness gracious, what a performance he put in. Superb.
The good thing about the team, in my opinion, is it's not just one player carrying the team or a couple of players carrying the team. As we mentioned before, the guys that were on international duty here, every one of them to a man are playing absolutely outstanding in a Rangers jersey at the moment. And I think that only bodes well for the rest of the league. When you've got so many players on form and they're all qualifying for these tournaments, you know, and they're doing well at these tournaments, they're getting great headlines in their home countries. You know, it only bodes well for their confidence, you know, and for the team as a whole. And long may it continue. And my gaffer, Mr. Gerrard, you know, he's obviously turning. Guys have had a wee bit of dip in form and stuff, and he seems to be able to turn their form round. We just obviously management's superb as well. Putting his arm on a few players, maybe a few players need a bit of stern words, but the manager's doing something right as well, guys. I think he's bought into the fact a bit of continuity and consistency in the team selections, and also when he's making substitutes now, because you're looking at the bench and it's so strong, it's like strategic substitution. So it's maybe not working down the wings or through the middle. He can change it with quality. It's not just changing it for the sake of changing sake. He's changing and bringing on quality, and again, it's another positive. And I think just with Evan, the way they were going right now, it's so positive. Ibrox right now, the whole infrastructure, the team, everything about Rangers right now is positive, guys, and long may it continue.
Do you feel that the positiveness that we feel as Rangers fans and we see in our team, do you think that the rest of Scotland see what we see, or do they just blinded by all this stupid hatred that they've got for us?
I think there's some of them begin to wake up and say, wait a minute, this is not a bad outfit. And I think the catalyst for that might have been the 2 Porto performances.
Aye. How can you ignore it? I think you can ignore it so long, Ox. You can only ignore it so long, then it becomes ignorance. And then, it's like making an ass of you. People then go, that's more about a shower of donkeys. How can they deny that what's happening at Ibrox? How can the press deny what's happening at Ibrox right now? They're going to end up being a clown of themselves. And obviously we don't care if they make a clown of themselves, but give credit where credit's due. Alfredo scores his international winner, and then all they put in the papers is he missed a sitter. I mean, come on to hell, Jesus Christ. It's murder, absolute murder.
Can I ask you a question on that? Did anyone see the goal that he missed, or the chance that he missed?
Aye, I seen it.
Aye, tell me this. I saw just a wee snippet on Follow. It was a wee sort of 10-second film of it. And that wasn't any sitter. He had a good shot into the near post and the goalkeeper saved it. I don't know what they're meaning. He was 15 yards away from the goal.
It wasn't just that.
Exactly.
It wasn't just that, Bridge. It was the work that he put in. He stole the ball after the defender as well. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It was the work that he put in to get the ball as well. I mean, that goes unnoticed. And I seen a stupid headline. I wasn't even going to bring it up today, but I mean, Ryan Jack apparently will be lucky to sneak in the back door for the Scotland squad if we make it. I'm thinking, Ken, this guy's one of very few players that's actually chose to appear for his country. You know what I mean? So I don't know where they're getting this. Will be lucky to sneak in the back door because MD else is pulled out or whatever. I think that's a lot of crap, man. I think he's went there, he's done a job for his country, he should be credited for it for all the folk that didn't show up.
I have to say, guys, I'll say it again, I don't want any of our players to shall we say, to give anything up for an international and representative football. I hope they all get what they want as far as that's concerned. But I grudge any Rangers player playing for Scotland simply because of my bitterness, I have to say, about Scotland. I think they're treated shockingly.
I mean, obviously they turned out in their droves last night to watch their team, didn't they?
How many was there? Somebody was saying there was less than 20,000 there. Was that right?
There was a lot less than that, but the pictures I seen, it was empty.
Oh my God. I'm not seeing any of it.
Probably made it a Colts game, guys.
Well, what are they going to start talking about? And they're going to start saying, for this make or break match at Hampden, they'll get a full house.
Well, there might be.
I doubt it. They'll not come and bribe all the Rangers fans to go.
There might be. For a one-half game, you maybe get people.
They'll not need to bribe all the Rangers fans, Bridge, man. Did you not see the stat?
Did you see that?
No.
The biggest, they done a survey, right? A poll, an actual poll, right? And I'm going to ask you a question, Bridgeman. Out of all the clubs in Scotland, which club fans support Scotland more?
Have I picked the actual clubs?
Pick one club. The club that supports
just the one
them
club?
more.
Goodness, sometimes you could go for the, as you like to call them, the puddle drinkers, but I would have thought Aberdeen or something like that, Dundee. Dundee boys.
26. What about you, Oxia?
I wasn't surprised at that.
No.
What was the figures?
26%.
It's just Rangers.
26% of the fans, of Rangers fans, that is go to see Scotland. Out of the poll,
Can I
It's
tell
Mason-
you? Can I say something on that?
Mostly
I
Rangers
don't
fans.
believe one word of
No,
it. Not one.
no. Well, maybe you do and maybe you don't. But I mean, that's came out today or yesterday. It says that 26% was what Rangers fans go and see Scotland more than anybody.
Oh.
And I remember a time when everybody that I knew, I mean, I drank the Roseville the same as Oxshire, and there was buses leaving for Scotland games. All Blue Noses used to go and see Scotland, and probably
Absolutely, yeah.
Bridgeman.
But that's a long
I
time
still
ago,
can't.
Jimmy.
I don't see it anymore. But I was really
No, but
surprised.
if someone said to you, Jimmy, do you go and see Scotland? Then you're going to say no.
No,
They put a survey out, and I'll put money on it. I'll bet you London to an orange that nearly all the people that put their name to say I'm a Rangers and I want to go and see Scotland would probably be Tim's.
conspiracy theory there.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's a load of guys in the lobby here, and a lot of Rangers fans who are all over the world. None of them, I don't know any of them that wants to go and see Scotland.
No, you're right. 100%. 100%. But
It's just strange they even released it, wasn't it, Jimmy?
aye, it
Strange
was. I
they
couldn't
released
believe it. Couldn't believe it. I thought, well, yeah, I'm shouting as well. It must be the sheep or it must be the puddle drinkers, but no. When they says you'd be surprised to know that it's Rangers are the team that their fans go to see
It
Scotland
depends.
more than anybody.
It depends how you load the question, doesn't it?
Aye, exactly, Ox. Yeah.
Even Bridgeman, if you said, what international team have you went to watch the most? Bridgeman?
Well, that would most assuredly be Scotland
What
from my
team-
youth.
What
From
team,
my youth.
What team do you support?
Obviously Rangers, yeah.
Right, so there you go. That's it, isn't it?
Aye.
Exactly.
Yeah. So don't get too caught up in it.
Oh goodness, no, I wouldn't even dream it.
I think there's a lot of Rangers supporters go and see Scotland, mate. I think it's mostly people online that tend not to go. But I think your normal, everyday Rangers supporter will still go and see Scotland. That's my opinion.
You're probably Oxford. Fox. You're probably right. I'm not. I don't dispute that. You know, I'm not. I know I don't go, but that's my prerogative. But there is still a lot that.
Do you go, Foxy? Do you go and see the Fox?
I wouldn't go to Hampden anymore, never mind Scotland, mate. But,
That's all I'm saying. I
that-
can only go with the guys are sitting on here now, and some of us are quite reasonable people. I wouldn't even dream.
Well,
I wouldn't dream.
No.
I wouldn't put a penny in a charity box for them. Nothing
No.
for Scotland at all.
But there'll still be parents, mate, that'll take their kids along to see Scotland playing. There'll still be,
Yeah.
there'll be
By the
a
way, I
good
think you're right
swathe
there.
of Rangers support still go and see Scotland.
I think you're right there to a certain extent. I think they get the tickets when the school kids are getting it free, which is happening. They're being distributed and the parents take them. In that case, you're right. Absolutely. You're right there.
Anyway,
Can I ask a question to you all guys? I'm going to change it.
You
Sort of.
better make it not too hard because if you don't see this far, it's not as far.
I just remember I'm just back from holiday.
I thought it's the old Morelos one again, right? Someday I was reading a bit of article a day regarding Morelos, and people must obviously talk about January, talk about next summer. But one guy had wrote that he would love to see Morelos stay for another year and have a crack at the Champions League with Rangers. When we win the league and qualify. Do you think he should stay, or do you think he will stay, or do you think he'll still go in the summer? Because I think you'll be talking bigger money if he stays for another year and gets a good Champions League under his belt.
I've got a simple view in this, and I've got a simple view with all players. If Alfredo wants to stay, he stays. If he wants to go, he goes.
yeah.
Because I just think players come and go, and as much as I'm enjoying Alfredo this now, you don't know if he gets an injury, a loss of form, whatever. You have to deal with it. You have to move on. As you get older, and Bridge, I'll go to Bridge next with this. Players come and go, and you can't get too caught up in it. Obviously, it'll be hard to replace, but you never know. You might end up with somebody better. Bridge, man.
Yeah, like we know, based on our very short recent history alone, this is probably the best and most exciting player the Rangers have had in a long, long time. And if the money comes in for him, and I don't know what money the club would say, let's call it 20 million. So if someone comes in with top money like 20 million, then I think the Rangers will take it if that's top money based on what they're doing. And they'll sell him. They will need to sell him. However, I think the manager might turn in and say, look at it from a footballing perspective. No, we need to keep him until if we can do a deal with the team. Yeah, you can you can have him in the summertime, and we'll sign the contract now. And if everything's all right and there's no injuries or anything like that, he'll come to you. They can maybe do a deal like that for the relevant price that they're asking. But I think you're right. Somewhere along the line, if Mr. Morelos takes it into his head, he will want to go, and we can't stop him. We just can't, and neither should we. We can only try and persuade, and we won't be able to give him any more money, I don't think, to stay. But it would be nice if he could stay until the end of the season and continue the form he's got and carry us through to get the victory we're looking for in the league.
JFK.
I'm the same as yourself, Ox, here in Bridgman. Look, if he doesn't want to stay, let him go. He's been a great servant for us, but we need to get the money that he's worth. The bad thing about Rangers Radio being off is I had to listen to other places for to get my fix. But there was a good call for a guy on a station, and he was on about Alfredo Morelos. He wants him like us to stay the summer, but if he goes in the summer, he says he must be worth 40 to 50 million. Who am I to argue with that? If Rangers decide to sell him, then they need to get the best price. If Alfredo wants to go, let him go, and he'll go with our best wishes. He's going to better things and bigger things. What is better than Rangers? A lot of bigger teams than Rangers, obviously. But we want him to stay at Rangers. He'll not stay, and we're going to be honest about that, and we're going to keep hoping that he stays longer than we want him to. But he'll go, and let's hope we get the money. Let's hope we're not robbed. He's worth starting off 30 million bidding, and then let's see how high it can go. Let's hope come the end of the year that he's broken Marco Negri's record, and then we'll see who's going to bid for him.
If he gets to the 30 by the end of the year, and I'll say something else, if he scores any goals against the Puddle Drinkers, my goodness gracious, his value will be sky high. Absolutely sky high, because he's done everything now, hasn't he? He's playing really well. If he gets up to 30 goals by Christmas time or by end of the year, it'll be something else. Imagine another 3 or 4 months with him on top form. Oh my God!
See, I think this guy's theory, guys, was, when Rangers win the league and they qualify for the Champions League, that means it's got to be a top 4 club. If he wants Champions League football, it's got to be a top 4 club in England or Spain, wherever it's going to be. So therefore, would they consider staying at Rangers for another year and have a crack at it? I don't know. It's just the way the guy was putting the idea. That's why I was asking you. You know what I mean?
How does it go? I believe his wife's pregnant. Is that right?
Aye.
His girlfriend, whatever. So if they're due a baby, when would that be due? Probably around about summertime. He might stay until then for that.
Call him Archie Morelos.
Does that mean he qualified for Scotland because he's born here?
And you come, Stardom. And you come.
We Hamish Morelos. That's a better one.
What's your thinking?
My thinking would be he has to stay to the summer, mate. It's pivotal to the season that he stays to the summer. I don't think we can afford to lose him no matter what the price is. And in the same respect, I think there's only so much that Rangers can actually, charge for a player, mate. They're playing in Scotland. I don't think you can charge your 40s and 50 millions. I think he's worth at least 30 to 35 million, mate. That's my opinion. That's what I think he's worth. I think he will go in the summer. But in my opinion, mate, his dream wasn't to grow up and play for Crystal Palace or Newcastle or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? He must have an end game. He must have a goal, and it's got to be playing with one of the top 6 teams in the Premier League now. So, I mean, stay in their season after this, get your Champions League experience, and then play in the team.
There's other teams, another league sitting in the background that could be a big attraction. Obviously, the Spanish league's going to be a big draw for him as well if it's one of the big teams for there. You know, not necessarily just the Premiership.
No, I say to you, remember that on one of the shows I said I think he's tailor made for the Spanish league. I'd love to see him at a top 4 Spanish club. It seems to be all the everybody always says, don't they? It's going to be the Premier League, but it's not necessarily going to be, that league. Because a lot of players would love a player like Fredo Morelos. He's not just a goal scorer, as Stardog mentioned earlier on. The guy brings other players into the game now. He's all round game. If you're going for a championship, he's going to bang you goals in. If you're fighting relegation, I don't think he wants to be involved in that. I really don't think he'd want to be involved in that. He's a winner. He wants to win.
Can I throw something in? Eriksen out, Alfredo in. Tottenham Hotspur.
I don't know, Marino.
Hey.
Tottenham Hotspur. Wow.
Hi.
Listen, he
Eric
does
should
damage
do-
up front in that Man United team for me now as well.
No, I
They've
don't.
not got anybody like him.
No, but I think he's that good. I said no. The Man United's, the Liverpool's, and the Arsenal's, Man City's, Chelsea's. No, it might be Chelsea, but no, they're doing well now. But I think it's a big rebuilding job, and if the special one, as he keeps calling himself, comes in,
Chelsea
Eriksen.
can't sign anybody.
Chelsea will find out in the 2nd of December if we can sign MD in January. They're putting an appeal in, so you never know. And the reports down south is that they've got a 70-30 chance of winning their appeal. So, but I would say Eriksen in, Alfredo. Eriksen out, Alfredo in. That's a
Can't do
possibility.
that, Jimmy. They've got Harry Kane.
Kimono swap.
Harry
Harry
Kane and
Kane.
Alfredo Morelos in the same team.
I know, but you're not going to play the two of them up front together, aren't you?
And then the backup for him's a boy Song, who's no bad.
Well, I see. I want him to go somewhere, mate, where he's going to be the number one. Because I think if he leaves Glasgow Rangers, mate, like I say, he has to have a dream. I mean, he never surely grew up dreaming to play for Crystal Palace. There's got to be an end game, and I've said it before. Gerrard had the conversation with Luis Suarez. Where do you want to be? And he says, well, eventually Barcelona. And he says, well, you keep doing what you're doing. Eventually they'll come looking. You don't need to go to Arsenal or elsewhere. But eventually, if Morelos gets his top 6 move, mate, I mean, Tottenham would be a great club for him, Jimmy. With Kane there, I would like to see him being the main man somewhere, mate.
I understand what you're saying. Crystal Palace, wouldn't it, as long as they were still in the Premiership, wouldn't it be a bad move for him? Because, I mean, look at big Van Dijk.
But are they bigger than us?
Aye, well, look at Wanyama.
It's only the league.
No, but look where they started. Van Dijk went to Southampton, proved his sell at Southampton, and Liverpool paid 75 million for him. So, I mean, if somebody doesn't come in from that he thinks is going to enhance his career, then stay at Rangers. If no, he's got to take the next step. He's only a young man. He's a lot in front of him. Do you think another season playing at Rangers when we win the league this season and the Champions League? Let's hope he does. That'd be brilliant. I don't want to sell him even for 50 million. I don't want to sell him because, like you guys, the money thing doesn't mean anything to me. I want to see a winning team on the park. So let's see what transpires in the next 6-7 months if it does. But for me, he'll go eventually, and if he does, I think it might be the summer.
Well, we'll see. Watch this space. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out in the next few months. But as I've always said, any player, if they don't want to be there, I don't want them there to become bad apples.
I agree with that, mate. Yep.
100%.
I agree with that. It's not just him, mate. You boys are saying earlier on. There's other players there, Barisic, Kamara and stuff. But it was a wee interesting question that I thought about when I read earlier on. I thought I'd ask you.
Okay.
If our boy gets to 30, this, as I say, even this season, for instance, it's an enormous amount of goals to be able to score, and that's in all competitions, including Europe. So there's a big feather in his cap for that.
You've got to
I
remember,
don't know what valuation. I don't know what evaluation our Scottish press and media, like the BBC and people like that, because they're very powerful and they could put a big negative on it and downplay it. Obviously, it's up to the purchaser to do it, but if we get negative stories about Alfredo, that might have a wee impact. So our club must do its best just to keep all that negativity away from it, and let's show Alfie in a good light all the way along the line. He can
You
help.
also got to remember that Alfredo's not started every game.
Oh, he hasn't, I know.
Yeah.
Jermaine Defoe's done well for us as well. I'm not saying Jermaine's the replacement for Alfredo. What I'm saying is Alfredo could have maybe had more goals.
Aye, yep.
You know,
Yeah, I agree with that.
you know, but I don't think Alfredo will start on Sunday. There you go.
Oh, he's flung it out there.
Right, right. Well, it makes sense because he played the 4 against Leicester, didn't he? So
Start.
that's a shout, mate. That's a shout.
I don't think he'll start because of the international, and then he'll be on the bench if we need him, and then he's ready to go on Thursday.
Aye, that's a shout,
Aye.
mate. That is a shout. I was going to disagree with you until you flung in Thursday there, and I could see that happening now. But I just think with the league, mate, you just can't take chances. The physical aspect of the game, the full struggles with it. I know he bags his sell a goal and things like that, and his goal ratio is superb. I just feel a lot more safer with Alfie up front. I just feel as if he does a lot more work. He bullies defenders. He makes defenders miserable, mate, to be quite honest, and his goal scoring record now is just brilliant. I just don't see any reason why you would want to stop that or put it to any sort of halt. You know what I mean? So I would just want to keep this guy playing. He's so young, mate. He can do it. He can do it
The
all.
only reason is the big picture, mate. It's not that you don't want to play him, Ellis. You'd want to play him every week. But it's a big picture port bear.
I know, I agree, Ox, but for me, he's got to start. But I understand your theory, you know, on all the mileage he's done, 1.5 games he's played, you know, and then coming back and playing the plastic pitch. But like Stardog says, he's a boy, you know. It all depends on him. Maybe he'll not want to be dropped. He'll just say, I'm in, I want in. You know, depends. But I understand what you're saying. And, you know, that could happen because of the big game against Feyenoord. So I totally understand what you're saying, mate. Definitely. It could happen. But I'd like to see him starting.
I don't argue that. I'm not saying I wouldn't mind him starting. What I'm saying is I don't think he'll start.
Aye.
Two different things.
What makes you think that then, Oxia? What's in your mind?
The travel and 1.5 games, and he played every game pretty much up until the international break. You know, and because of that, and I think we should have enough with Jermaine playing to see off Hamilton.
I have to agree with you there to a certain extent. Yeah, you would think that's
and
one of
then he's really fresh to lead the line away in Holland. GFK.
I do think that that's obviously. I don't want to really start talking too far past Sunday, but to me, Sunday's a huge game, massive game.
Agree.
We need 3 points. Obviously, the manager's going to pick what the manager wants to pick. We're going to hope that the Rangers, whoever's picked, is going to get there and do what you said. Just go and we'll be able to take care of Hamilton. That's all there is to it. But personally, I'm only speaking from a personal perspective. I want Morelos to start every game between now and the end of the season if he's here. And I want him to score in every game. And I want him to be the highest scorer that the Rangers ever had. That's what I want to see.
I mean, let's face it as well, guys. We're going to face a different Feyenoord this time. Mr. Advocate's their manager, so I do get Ox is wanting. I'm right in saying this, Ox. You wanting a fully fit, firing Alfredo Morelos against them to obviously qualify.
Two things. I think if I was sitting looking at it, I say, right, okay, we're not dropping him. We're on the bench. He's there to come on. Guys like Kent and I don't know who else will play. Let's just say the front, Kent and maybe Arfield, who's done a bit of travelling as well. Maybe up front, we should still run off the CF. Hamilton in the forward areas with Jermaine playing, and then Alfredo comes in on Thursday, refreshed and ready to go for the Thursday-Sunday, which is, you know, the
Feyenoord Hearts, isn't it?
Aye, Feyenoord Hearts, you know.
Aye.
I go along with that, Ox. Yeah, we were talking about pick my team at the end of the week for the game, and but that was in my thoughts. I know I don't think he'll start Alfredo on Sunday. For that reason, keep him for the Feyenoord game. Too hard. He played a game and a half against in Peru and Ecuador. Or it was in America, right enough. But I think he'll rest him in the first half at least anyway, and let Jermaine inflict a bit of damage on Hamilton. So I agree with you there. I think about a couple of other wee changes. I think you might not see Scotty Arfield.
I personally would play. I would play Greg Stewart.
Probably.
I would play Greg Stewart, but I mean, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying I would play Morelos. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if.
No, I'm the same as yourself. I'm looking at the same as yourself, and I'm saying I wouldn't be doing it either. But I think the gaffer's going to look at it and think that we can qualify for the last 32 of Europe next week. I know we've got the game against the young boys of Bern to come on the 12th of December, but let's try and date next week. And maybe that's in his thinking. Look, Jermaine Defoe is a good replacement when Fred's not there. So give him a half each, see what happens. That's the way I would date anybody. But obviously we'll soon see what happens. Greg Stewart for me, I'd give him a run out. I'd rest Scotty Arfield. Ryan Jack, I'd definitely play. We're reading what I saw for 20 minutes and what I read about in the last two games for Scotland. Then I think he's on a bit of high now. And Ryan Kent, hopefully the rest he's had the last couple of weeks will do him the world of good.
Same back five, I know. Same back five.
Anyway, leave that. We've only been on to that because of Morelos situation.
Aye.
Whereas in JFK, I think you've got a wee announcement or something you want to inform people about what's happened. It's quite poignant.
There was a memorial erected in the last few weeks now, and it was a player called Neely Gibson, who was a Rangers player way back in the day, as they say. Neely is an Neilly, Neely Gibson, plays for the Rangers. He was born 1873 and passed away in 1947. He joined Rangers as a teenager for the junior side, Royal Albert, and he played for 10 years with Rangers. He's capped for Scotland 14 times. He was a defender. He won absolute brilliant record. That he's he won the first of 4 championships consecutively in the first 3 campaigns. Neely Gibson only missed 3 games in the 4 seasons. And he was never present between 1898 and 99 league campaign when the Gers won every one of their 18 matches to win the title by 10 points. He had 3 sons who went on to play for Wales and Scotland, and emulated his father by scoring against Northern Ireland in home internationals. So Neely Gibson, played for Rangers 1894 to 1905, 184 appearances, scored 14 goals. His honours: 4 league titles, 2 Scottish Cups, and 14 caps for Scotland. And a memorial was erected for Neely and his family, and it was duly supported by the Rangers family, who went and paid the respects to his wife Elizabeth and his son Robert. So just thought I asked Oxy if I could say that. So it's Neely Gibson, an ex-Rangers legend.
Legend, part of that team. The original.
Where is the memorial?
It's in the west. Oh God, I've come off that page here now. I'll get it if you just chat on there. I just clicked right off it there. Just chat on yourselves. I will get it.
So when did he finish? 1905.
1905.
What kind of player was he, Bridge?
I don't know. Wow.
Oh dear.
So he finished playing for the Rangers, and that was him finishing football, I would assume, because you're talking. No, he could have been somewhere else, couldn't he? Because I'm thinking it's 1884. That's 1894 to 1905. So 10 years. 10 years through Larkhall, Bridgman. Well said. Skipper's just
Well
said
done.
Larkhall. So.
Well done.
Well
That
done.
university degree wasn't wasted, was it?
It's in Larkhall, and it's been the ground was renovated under the Founders Trail organisation.
Yeah, because I know they've been doing
Aye.
Rangers graves
Yeah.
renovations and things like that. So
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful thing.
I
I'm
just
right
got
into the family history, and all these things matter greatly.
so
And well done to them then. Well done to them. And respect to Neely Gibson. Respect.
yeah.
Yeah, mate. Barry were
Fair play.
on. Yep. You learned
He did
something.
score. He did score in one of the biggest ever thrashings of the Bridgeman's team that he hated, Hibs. Won 10-0.
Uh-huh.
How could anybody
10-0.
like Hibs? Come on.
Yeah, good
Even
boys.
people you knew that liked Hibs, you wonder why they like them. Why did they like Hibs? And where they got? Sorry, boys. Sorry.
All right, so Stardug are back. The international break's finished. We'll be starting to really build up tomorrow night, yeah?
Oh, definitely, mate. The feel-good factor's back. The club's played the team was really performing well before the international break. As Port Bell said earlier on in the show, we just need to keep that momentum going. It all starts at Hamilton, mate. It all starts at Hamilton, and then it's a big fixture list, as we were talking about earlier on in December and things like that. The fixtures are thick and they're coming thick and fast, and they're no kind to us in terms of home games either. So we're just really going to need to roll the sleeves up, mate, over this next 28-30 days and just get stuck right in and just see what it takes us, mate. But if we come through this month, the rest of November and December, if we come through this, mate, with as clean a slate as possible, then 55 is definitely coming, mate. I really do feel that this is the most crucial part of the season here, and we just need to keep it going.
Here. It is. You can feel the excitement growing, Port Bearer.
Aye, as the weeks are going on, I keep saying this, as the weeks are going on, there's something in the water. You know, as I say, you know, every time I watch Rangers, I get more and more excited. You know, the hairs in the back of my neck stand up when I watch them. That last wee batch of games, which were massive games, they'll get into our final, beating Porto home and away, you know, finishing off with Livy, international break. We need to pick up from where we left off, you know, go and continue the way we played. And I'm telling you, there's something going on. It's a special year. There's no way all these players are playing the way they're playing, with the confidence in Europe at the domestic level and they're also international level. There's something happening, and something happening big at Rangers, in my opinion, and long may it continue. Here we go.
Here. Well, gentlemen, JFK, we've reached that time of the evening, so it's over to Bridgeman.
Well, what can I say? What a fantastic evening, Oxchair. Well done, pal. And welcome back to everybody. Oh, no, it's me. It's welcome back. I'm pleased to be back, guys. Pleased to be back. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, every single one is it's a ramp up to the weekend. Biggest game of the season coming up. Keep it going for the Rangers. Everyone is. Keep it going.
Can I thank Bridge, Port Bear for starting out in the panel, JFK, Fox and Stardug for joining us, and Old School Blues sitting in the background doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blues.
Ever since I recall, I have followed football and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white from the day I'd be Rangers for life. And I vowed to my dad, if I too have a lad, I would show him the way as he did on that day. And so now here I stand with young Lyle by the hand after walking down Paisley Road West. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue, and white. From that day, I'd be Rangers for life. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue, and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. There's a great sense of pride that I feel deep inside as I'm watching the jurors, my father and son. And it's sure safe to say, at the end of the game, win or lose, we will all follow on. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue, and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. Ever since I recall, I have followed football, and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue, and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life.